Y'all, I got a article for you guys that just broke the news not so long ago. R. Kelly's now been sentenced to 30 years for everything he's pretty much been accused of thus far. This article is courtesy of the New York Times, so let's get right into it. The R&B singer, 55, has likely spent much of the rest of his life in prison after being convicted of psychological and abuse. Here's a recent photo of him. R. Kelly, the former R&B singer who had long escaped criminal penalties despite the decades of misconduct and allegations, was sentenced to 30 years in prison for trafficking and racketeering. The sentencing in Brooklyn marks the culmination of a stunning downfall for Mr. Kelly, 55, from a superstar hitmaker who was known as the king of R&B to a shunned artist whose musical legacy has become inexorable from his abuses. For the victims of the R&B singer R. Kelly, his sentencing in New York has been a long wait arriving after decades of accusations of sexual and physical abuse. I just said it. But Wednesday's decision aside, the former entertainer will remain deep in legal peril, and any prison term he faces could ultimately grow. Oh man! So he's 55 now. 30 years, he won't even. Well, he'll be Bill Cosby's age if he does get out. If he's still alive by the end. Mr. Kelly is scheduled to stand trial again in Chicago on August 15th, where he is facing federal charges for producing CP and luring minors to do acts. Lizzie Martinez, one of the victims who spoke earlier at the hearing, told reporters that she was an up-and-coming singer, a girl full of life before she met R. Kelly and became a slave. I personally don't think it's enough, but I'm pleased with it, she said of his 30-year sentence. Gloria Allred, a lawyer of the victims, addressed reporters outside of the courthouse with at least one of the women who gave statements today behind her. They wanted the court to understand their pain, she said. Together, they were able to fight his power by becoming empowered, she added. I'm proud of all of them. Allred said they are relieved he has been sent to prison. Protecting other girls has been a major goal, she said. Breon S. Peace, U.S. Attorney in Brooklyn, spoke to reporters outside the courthouse. This is a significant outcome for all victims of R. Kelly, said. He continued committing crimes for almost 30 years and avoided punishment until today. Oh, wow. Now, this is a bunch of other people, talk about, their experiences with him and everything like that. I'm going to leave a link to the rest of this article down below. But let me give my quick thoughts on this before I get out of here. You see, throughout the years, he has been, avoiding he has been in a lot of controversy throughout the years. If me being a, 90s kid, I witnessed some blowing up a lot throughout the late 90s and 2000s. And then, the controversial videos that have released, the early 2000s that had everybody talking, and people really wanted him to go to jail for that video. If you know, I really don't want to talk too deep into it here on YouTube. But for those of you who already know what video I'm talking about. And people were surprised that he didn't do serious time or anything like that for that particular video. And then here comes the documentaries, talking about what he would have the girls do at his house, things like that. And ever since then, they've been really going on a campaign to really, smear his name and really get all the information out there. And now, up until now, he's just been sitting in jail waiting for a particular sentence hearing. So he knows how much longer he'll be in there. And then for trafficking, as thus far, he's going to get 3 whole decades for that. And now he's about to go to the trial again for racketeering. So who knows? He's not going to see the day of light again. And they didn't mention anything about him possibly being eligible for parole or anything. So yeah, he's going to spend the rest of his life locked up, as far as I know. But that being said, that's all I got to say about that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think this is a fair number? Do you think he should have got more time, less time? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. I will also leave a link to the rest of this article if you want to read it for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next video.